My 25th year. You know the feeling when you're really happy, but you're really sad? I think the most important thing I realized at 25 is that I don't know shit. But they say that it's never too late for anything, right? So maybe it's just the right time for me to know. Happy birthday to me!
If at 6 years old you had told me, "Hey Abby,
Say hi, Mom.
that time you saw your mother drown and thought she had died just a few weeks ago," that would be very real at 23. You're going to lose her. You're going to lose her to cancer. If you had also told me then, at 33, you would be starting over, middle-aged, amongst other things, I probably would not know what to tell you. I used to wonder if I would wish I knew then what I knew now. Would I change the course, the paths I decided to take, the actions I decided to make? A couple of years ago, I would have probably said yes. Right now, though, thoroughly looking back at every single thing I did, I wouldn't change a thing. I would like to relive some of them, maybe, but change them? I'm grateful for every single thing that happened to and for me. Even the most painful ones, like losing my mother, the only person who knew my soul. If anything, knowing my mother, I'm grateful to have all those 23 years with her. I was blessed to have her as much. No one with that pure of heart would last as long as she did on earth, but she did. I'm 34 years old now, and there are so many things I'm still trying to figure out. Maybe I didn't know better at 25, and maybe I will now at 34. But age is truly just a number. There's one thing I've always been sure of since I was a child. Brace yourselves. I was put on earth to love. In my 30s, I realized that the simplest things are the best things. Even if that's just him rushing back to you as you take the stairs to the parking lot, just so he could give you a kiss. Or waking up 15 minutes later, after you've stuffed yourself silly during lunch, covered in sweat because you're fucking inseparable. Or him coming home from the grocers, quite pleased with himself, saying, "I got you free-range eggs because I know you like that shit." Or him resting his hand on your thigh as he drives. Or you know what? Him smiling at you after you've made a passive-aggressive comment at him. Someone who knows you so well. You can't hide a single thing from him, and he'd know you are just by looking at you. I wrote this on my journal on the 3rd of June, 2020. I am love. I think it's all I'm about, and I've never seemed to understand it. I think I was given so much of it as a child, despite of the things I went through, that the cup just never ran dry. It's all I'm about. It's not perfect, my love, but it is pure and all me. Cheesy. That's my brand. I'm quite puzzled looking at the girl in these clips. I mean, I do know her, but do I love her? Have I ever truly loved her? I think at 33, I finally do. We're in the middle of a pandemic and a worldwide revolution. So much of us are changing, and so much of all this will change. And bearing witness to everything for, 34 years now. my experiences and the world's. This is truly the one thing I am certain of. So, I don't know. It's just something I've always wanted to put out there in many ways, other than in written form. If you've read my blog, you know what I'm talking about. Life is short, you know. Who knows when I go? At least there's a piece of me that's out there this way. Who knows what the world has in store for me? But it would be nice to look back on this day one day and say, hey, here's a girl with a dream. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it would be on a day I envisioned it to be. Smothered in love. Content. One of the people I follow on Twitter asked, if there was one thing you could tell each and every person in the world that would 100% change their life forever, what would you say? And my answer was, you are an endless pit of love. Act like it.